This stream
every round.
Seen a little bit of the C9 power this comp too, with just all the walls. Right now, G2 disrespecting on just the pistols. Have the option to fight through here with the Dizzy.
Deliver to get that kill onto Mitch, as this plant should come down basically uncontested.
Yeah, Jaw has to do it himself because he lost the wingman earlier into the round, but has the reclaim there. Still playing active back
On the wall, ready to swing through. It's even trades to start, but Oxy can make a mark on this round. 2 kills for Oxy, but Valorant somehow fights something back, but he'll need more, and the IGL gets it done as Jonah, he's opened up B.
But it was all heard, right? Vic heard those footsteps go.
For a moment, thanks to the Killjoy Nano Swarms.
There's even a world where Jogamo could get into his ult this round after planting the spike. So yeah, Nat swinging out on this upper angle.
The
He's
Molly!
getting cut down by the Mosh. He's alive somehow.
More fight to come. Nat was under a bit of pressure. G2 tucks away Jaw on the swing. Leaf dances around. Time works in his favor, but he can't find the kill. Still, C9 need to speed this one up a little bit because Trent has all the util he could ever dream of. First half goes in. It's all Trent, but the Annihilation getting used. His missile's already gone for him. But they're just coming at this alone. That's an easy opener. Knows that there's more to come, and thankfully has some util to support.
1v3 for Leaf is another day at the office.
He does not mind those odds. Another good one onto Oxy. And C9 on these high ground angles, they're immune to the thrash. Spike is still not planted, 20 seconds. Could this become a bit of a risk? The little buddy needs some protection, he needs some help, and he's done his job well. G2, defend, and get the plant down. And now the task is tough for C9. They're retaking into heaven.
Am up there too to try and catch the player retreating.
It's very thorough stuff. And now it's the round we've seen so many times before. Harbor Viper on both sides, a retake. An early tap, that's already util coming in, but again, just spamming through these smokes. G2 finding success and an insurance policy ready. With that wingman heading towards the spike, already out backside. They're committing an ult into this, but Zeppa's gone. So too is Mitch. I feel like they've seen this round a million times before where C9 look like they have a chance. They start to flood in, but they lose the battle of attrition to G2 players holding the line. And it seems like it may be the same outcome again. Oxy the only one who can turn. They have an ultimate, they have some chances, but they need to win these fights quickly. And Oxy, could he be the man to do it? Trades away the operator into the rifle, but he's traded out so swiftly. Now a lockdown into play. Mitch, desperation to try and hold on to this one, but there's
Snow got a teammate up heaven. He's swinging through the wall. Look at this guy go! 2 kills already, and the rest of G2. The cavalry's arrived.
It's not safe, but it's good from G2. This flood is so quick. But C9, they've bought a lot of time, and they'll fall back into deeper post-plant positions. But in comes the util. The forces from G2. Can C9 win out in the team fight? They need it now. The trades have to come through as Jaw begins to hold the Cove in play, and Valorant, he's holding it alone, and Net, too late!
But it activates too quickly.
And that re-clear is too perfect from Jonah. Now they're using the ult. Is this still a fake? The spike is practically alone back towards B. They're all the way into the site. Bowling towards a bit of a massacre on this
Not
site.
the goop again.
C9 get a lucky kill. Net on the spam. Oxy trades positively, but Leaf, trying to hold the line, can't actually achieve his job. And suddenly, this round flipped. G2 still have a lot of forces to win this retake. And Trent's already got the kill. Vic up top though. That's a great shot from him, and time being bought. G2 though, arriving in force and trading out on this site. They leave it down to the IGL, but they're so... Exec is getting stalled for a moment. That should give some time for a couple players to flood in, and Noxy, okay. Run and gun, double with...
Full retake here. Again, John and Pete didn't actually use the stun into the A space. They're droning it now. G2 taking...
Well, could this get dangerous? Surely not. C9 spraying down. They'll hold the funnel strong. And only one member lost. Oh. And now C9 have to try and find some fight. Jajimo is teleported into the site. No one was looking at him, and Jajimo takes control. Okay. Phone going back towards spawn, but it's a fight on the site that's more important for the moment. And alt rip for Jonah.
What am I looking at?
Can't see a thing. He's stuck in the smoke, but his teammates are dying around. Gate flooding back in. That's the Blade Storm gone, but Net on the lurk has a chance. He's successful with a kill onto Jonah, but the ult starts to fly, and G2 reassert control of backside, leaving Zeppa on an island, stuck with a shorty in a hand. Gets at least one. And now a 3v3. It's a fight in garage, and C9 have support available. Play it more as a trap.
The spot from
stun.
Jonah.
Oh, it's beautiful. They've caught on to two. C9 trying to work through the smoke, but the pistols, they ring true. Ultimate, it doesn't matter.
Not
Okay,
again.
Oxy, through every piece of utility, he comes out the victor. Leaf, though, this is his site, and he's not gonna let any...
Lurk smoke also allows them to cross into the space, but because G2 are playing actively around A,
Hold
they
on,
realize
hold
this
on,
immediately.
Leaf. Gets caught out by the stun. Jojimo, he's going in. He's sending it forward, but runs out of bullets, it seems. Doesn't have a chance on the other side of the wall. Net's ready for Valorant, and he dips through to safety. Just on the other side. This round should be over. 1 versus 3. Jonah P. No chance. Now.
We are breach stunning our Lurk into the A site, pulling an ultimate while execing Z.
But Valorant is still here. He's holding alone. Not for long. Oxy shuts only Leaf to make this
There's
happen,
no
but this
time.
time it's gone. Seemed like there might have been shenanigans. Doesn't matter in the end. And Vic finally ranks.
Spam from Zeppa.
Nearly kills Valorant. Shock darts. Oxy into this site. Paranoid up. Blinded by every bit of utility, but his teammates do well to trade things back, and C9 looking perfect as well to try and win this one. Make or break on Haven, and Oxy's already found the opening kill. He's just sending it. Oxy, no one's watching him. No position up top. But no tap, no one's gonna swing. Missiles, a pull, everything but the kitchen sink headed his way. And G2, this is their round. G2 in this round. Oxy wants more though. This is one hungry boy. He's heading back in. No blades, no problem. He'll dip away. Does he even want to stick around for another chance? He doesn't care. But everyone's blind. And C9, they'll get on this defuse, but the missiles are coming in. Half is denied. And there's time. And a reposition because the Yoru's coming in to pinch him. Vic, unprepared, but Oxy still in position, not for long. But G2, they're just holding strong for now. They're dealing with this one perfectly. Not a player lost. 5 kills in the feed. 0-7, C9.
Salute C9. They
It starts to feel like it's falling away from them. Some sort of salvation in Halls. Vic,
Nice
so
TP
good
bait.
in rounds like this.
Wow.
Already on the spike, a spam for that. As finally this retake is beginning, but with the lesser weaponry and the time already bought, G2 are in a great position. Jojimo lines them up, nearly flicks onto the fourth. Zeppa with a clone ready. Through the util, he fights forward, and the trade's favorable for C9 to start. Stun onto Valen, and Mitch mops it up, leaving only Leaf on
pinch and take this fight.
Net tucks away, so Mitch is on an island, but no one's looking at him. Mitch controls the spray, and he's rewarded with a double. And now you have to turn face to Oxy. Has a couple angles to worry about here.
The clock, Mimi.
4 players here. Or 3, that is ready to hold strong. And Vic, he's made clips happen in this position before. A chance to do the same. G2 10 seconds. G2 get the plant down. And Jojimo towards spawn. Pushing into them. Vic, he was prepared, he was ready, but it wasn't enough when you're facing the dog. 3v2. He's going for more! 20 health on that kill. Valen's low. 1v2. A peek onto Oxy, but Oxy! He is so good for it. An eco round.
Post plant then, because Valen's gonna have the ultimate. Trent is gonna plant the spike, which then gives him his own Teho ulti. On top of the missiles, on top of a drone in post plant, G2 have beautiful utility to just stall. This thing is really nice here.
He spots out one. Mitch pops the ultimate. How many can he
it's a
tag
double.
here? I think that's a double to start. How much more? Oxy's down, and the Sobalt doesn't get a kill. TP away, and now 2 more players ready to overwhelm him. Net.
Hold on, Net's on the wrap. Net finds the first, and now the players turn around. G2 still up.
But there's still players. Clean opener. He
Wow.
won't get greedy.
Look at the flash and haunt combo there, pinging 3 players. No one can shoot it.
World. Let's see if Joe can get anything. Maybe a shot with the Marshall, not today. C9's duelists get entry into A.
Yeah, you turned on the infinite ammo glitch. You forgot to turn on the actual aim assist. Not gonna be too much use for him on that one. C9 clearing away things.
We're considering the flood, but can't go for it. Instead, just have to play kind of a set retake now. Smoke's still up in their face.
It's out, scouting to see a couple. Now the pin. Now we're going back into sight. G2 trading out evenly to start things off, but just like that, it's all Trent All
play, instead it's all going so wrong. Ping pong, they swing in and start to fall. Mitch, he's been electric this game, and Vic as well, there to help. They bailed their team out of this, and he still gets that kill.
Oh my, look at C9 leaving. They can't even fight the map.
It's the exact ult you were talking about. Leaf pops it, they only have pistols, Oxy dies, and now they're in a straight up 4v5. 3v3, but that's the ultimate use. Jaw spots out too. Where's that third player? Hiding in back hall. It's perfect info for G2. Can they win it still? Vic, that's a very good kill to find. A second from C9. They're making something of this round. In the corner, Jonah stunned. I don't think the Yoru saw him. There's missiles at his feet. That's one. The classic for two. Jonah does well. 20 seconds. A flash ready to go. G2. It's Operation Stop the Spike for the end round. Is the Haunt. It's just perfect. Judgment for a kill, but the plant goes down successfully. But it's still a 5v3.
Passive info of the Vises on A.
Hunter's Fury, there's still a TP for Zeppa. He's
We
here.
TP'd with that?
Yes, arrives on the site. Net for a kill onto Jojimo off the lurk, but they're sticking to their guns. Sees no audio. That'll get one kill for Jaws. Shona trades back as well. But look at the map. C9 is everywhere.
C9 are lurking back in spawn in street. Mitch has to find some kills. He's been so good for C9 today, but he falls. And now G2 an option to get back onto the spike. Vic doesn't have the utility left anymore. It's being stuck on through. Vic in a 1-on-3 takes the first, but the stick goes.
G2 holding this site and locking it down. Finally, the payoff. It's Net to die. And it's C9, an inch away. So close to overtime.
There's no time, Mimi.
20 seconds, the op again. Jojimo, he's ringing true.